Hello, first graders. It's Mrs. Cresson. We are working on our small moment writing. You guys have done quite a bit of work. The first thing you did was you thought of an idea. Remember way back when we talked about that, a thing that you do or a thing that happened to you. Then the next thing you did was you circled one of those ideas. I asked you to come up with 3 to 5 of them. You circled one idea. If you were in my class, it may have looked something like this, where you put your one idea in here and then all the things that happened with it. The next thing I asked you to do, the next thing Ms. Zach and I asked you to do, was to just draw out your ideas. What happened first, next, and last. That was the planning part. You planned what happened. Then you were asked to write, to take your ideas and to write it into a story. So if you remember, I had sketched out my ideas quick, and then I wrote my story. And then I came through and I did my picture a little bit nicer. I don't know if it's that much nicer because I'm not good at drawing. But I added some clouds. I added my sun. Here's me sitting on the bench, getting ready. I'm putting on my shoes. I have my music on my phone right here. I have a smile on my face. So I added a little details to my picture to go along with my story and also to help me remember, like, what is this exactly about? Now, I want to back up a little bit and talk to you. Before I talked about writing, I want to talk to you about this small moment. And I've been looking all over my classroom, and I finally found it. It's a story that I think really, really shows us what a small moment is. It's Night of the Veggie Monster. And yikes, he's having to eat some vegetables that he doesn't look super happy about. Let's go ahead and take a peek at this, and this might help you with your thinking about your own story. Something terrible happens every Tuesday night. It's not the pork chops or the mashed potatoes. It all starts when I'm forced to eat. Here, Dad says, time for another fun-filled hour. Peas! A whole 3 tonight. 1, 2, 3. My parents act as if I'm making it up, but I'm not. I wonder how soon before he starts. Oh, it should be any minute now. They have no idea what one tiny pea does to me. With just the slightest touch. It begins. And we're off. My fingers become wiggly. Ah, I knew he would start with the fingers. As the pea rests in my mouth, my eyes begin to water. My toes twist and curl up in my shoes. That's a new one. I squirm in my seat. I try to keep control, but the pea is too strong. I start to transform into a veggie monster. Ready to smash the chairs, ready to tip the table, ready to... Great pork chops tonight. Gulp. I swallowed the pea. I actually swallowed the pea. It tasted all right. Really? Quite a performance this evening. I particularly enjoyed the toe curling. Well, I guess peas are okay, but there is still a danger. Because tomorrow is Wednesday, and on Wednesday we have broccoli. Here we go again. All right, boys and girls, you might be able to guess that this was a small moment about dinner time. So if we were to take a peek at our watermelon, the watermelon might be the entire day. And the small moment is right here when I ate dinner. And what was interesting is we didn't even talk about the whole dinner. We just talked about eating peas because they're so gross and yucky, and he didn't like them. This entire story was about this little kid eating a pea. When you write your story today, I want you to really, really think about that small moment in your story. And I want you to give it lots of detail. He talked about his toes wiggling, his fingers curling, his eyes watering. He gave it lots of detail. He made the story rich and interesting. And it was just eating peas. That's all that story was about. So today you are writing. You used pictures to add on. So we had our pictures to add on to our story. Today I want you to look at your story that you have written and really think about who is the story about, where, put this down here so you can see it, where is the story taking place, when is it happening? So in my story, it's happening on the way to becoming nighttime. It started off as daytime. It's a story about me. So the who is me. The where is the golf course, and I told you guys that I went walking to the golf course. The when is after dinner. And the what is how I walked too long and got stuck out in the dark and how that was so scary. And how did that happen? Well, I just didn't plan very well, did I? I went too late in the day and I thought I would be able to get back in time. So I want you to think about the who, the where, the when, the what, and the how when you write this story, and giving it some details with your pictures and with your words, just like our boy did in Night of the Veggie Monster. He added in some details, not only with pictures, but with his words. Alrighty, boys and girls, this week you are adding on with pictures and going back and reading your story and really seeing where can you revise, where can you add in some more detail. Maybe instead of the dog, the black dog. Adding in those details to make your story more interesting. All right, I look forward to seeing what you have at the end of the week. Thanks, boys and girls. Bye.